Good morning everyone, welcome to the Global News. I'm Anfieldian Aurelia and I'll be your host for the next 25 minutes. As always, I will deliver the latest and the hottest news from around the world. Not only we will present headlines, but we will also provide you with deeper insight into stories that truly affect people's lives and the environment. Today, our top news comes from Indonesia. Presley is in Lombok, Nusa Tenggara, where a forest fire has struck in the Mount Rinjani area. This fire has become a major concern not only for local residents, but also for authorities and environmentalists. The incident serves as another reminder of how fragile our natural ecosystems are and how quickly disaster can occur when forests are dry and vulnerable. Based on official reports, the fire broke out in the Savannah Probok area Eggmall Research, which falls under the management of Lombok National Park Section 2. The blaze was first detected on Thursday, August 21 around 1 p.m. WITA by visitors in the non-climbing tourist area of Bukit Gedong. They immediately report the smoke and fire to the Mount Rinjani National Park office. Yarman, the head of Mount Rinjani National Park, explained that once the fire was confirmed, a joint team was quickly formed. This team included officers from the national park, members of the fire awareness community, as well as local community groups that manage tourism in Savannah Probok and Bukit Gedong. In total, 23 personnel were deployed on the first day to battle the flames. Unfortunately, the operation was not easy. The fire spread through steep terrain, which made it difficult for the team to reach the hotspot. As evening fell, the lack of lighting and dangerous conditions forced them to stop the operation temporarily. The fire continued to burn throughout the night, raising concerns that the damage could spread even further. On the following day, Friday, August 22, additional personnel numbering 18 people resumed firefighting efforts early in the morning. After several hours of hard work, the flames were finally brought under control and declared fully extinguished at 11:30 a.m. WITA. The aftermath of the fire is significant. Authorities estimated about 70 hectares of forest and savanna vegetation were destroyed. The burned areas included shrubs, bushes, dry grass, and trees such as babakan and mountain pine. Although these plants are adapted to dry conditions, large-scale burning poses a long-term risk to biodiversity and the balance of the ecosystem. Gratefully, officials have confirmed that there were no casualties in this incident. However, the fire left visible scars on the land and raised alarms about the vulnerability of national parks during the dry season. Mount Rinjani is not just an ordinary forest. It is one of Indonesia's most iconic national parks, home to unique flora and fauna, as well as a famous hiking destination that attracts thousands of visitors every year, both domestic and international. Authorities emphasize that monitoring will continue in the coming weeks. The Mount Rinjani National Park office is now conducting intensive patrols to detect any possible new hotspot. This step is part of the government's mitigation efforts to prevent a recurrence, especially because weather conditions remain dry. In his official statement, Yarman also urged visitors and the local community to be extra cautious. Simple actions, such as discarding cigarette butts carelessly or lighting a campfire without supervision, can be enough to trigger another disaster. He reminded tourists that the natural beauty of Rinjani is a shared responsibility, and protecting it requires awareness and discipline from everyone. Environmental observers have also weighed in. They noted that incidents like this are not only about fire, but also about broader environmental issues. Deforestation, climate change, and prolonged dry seasons have made many forests across Indonesia more vulnerable to fire. If preventive measures are not strengthened, similar cases may continue to occur in the future, threatening biodiversity and the livelihoods of communities who depend on nature-based tourism. To put this into perspective, the loss of 70 hectares may sound small compared to massive forest fires in the other countries. But in protected areas such as Mount Rinjani, Every hectare is crucial. It is not just land, it is a habitat for rare plants and animals, a source of clean air water, and an important part of local culture and economy. That is why today's news is not only about the fire being extinguished, but also about the ongoing challenge of protecting natural resources in the face of human activity and climate pressure. We will continue to monitor development in the Mount Rinjani forest fire and bring you the latest updates as soon as they are available. That concludes our top story for this morning. For further updates on this developing situation, stay tuned on Global News. I am Anfieldian Aurelia Wijaya. On behalf of the entire team, thank you for joining us. Have a safe and pleasant day, and see you on our next broadcast.